Hello, YouTube world, and thanks for stopping by. Today I want to talk to you about an exciting and very flexible side hustle. The side hustle that I'm going to discuss with you today that I've reviewed is only one avenue that can be broken up or a multitude of avenues can be taken using this site. So I'm starting off here on Etsy. I'm on the Etsy homepage. And I wanted to let you know that Etsy originally, when it started, was mostly for handmade, homemade crafts. You would find things such as crocheted blankets and knitted scarves and paintings and little trinkets and things, especially jewelry, homemade jewelry. A lot of that really was what Etsy was all about. And they did well enough with that. However, over the years, they've grown. They started adding vintage items where you could post vintage items or you could sell vintage items and craft supplies. And now it's grown over the years as their stock has also grown. That's a side note, but Etsy has a very interesting history with the stock market because as the company has grown, so has their stock. And I'm talking exponentially. So with regards to the side hustle, there are a multitude of avenues that you can take to sell on Etsy. You do not have to be a crafty person. You do not even have to be super creative. I will talk to you about different things that you can do, and I'll tell you about the one avenue that I tried that was very successful. And I say that I only sold one item, but I didn't put a huge amount of effort into this, and I didn't do it for very long. So let me get started. When you come to Etsy, you're going to see that there are a lot of different things. It's mostly showing you right now what I've looked up mostly, but you can find anything on here. You have jewelry and accessories, clothing and shoes, home and living. Like there's home decor, decorative pillows, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture. You can get things for the office, lighting, wedding and party, toys and entertainment. Like I said, a multitude of items that you can sell on here. Now, with that being said, if you are like me and you don't want to have any inventory in your home that you have to purchase, then what I'm about to tell you is going to help. If you also, like me, are not the craftiest person in the world, or you don't want to spend, maybe you are crafty and you don't want to spend the days it takes to knit one scarf or create one set of earrings. That all takes time. And I feel like when you do these crafts and you post them up for sale, you're getting paid like 5 cents an hour because it's very labor intensive for a lot of these crafts. So what I've decided to do is go the digital route. Now, Etsy, one of the big products to sell on Etsy are digital downloads. So in essence, what you do is you create a file, some type of a creative file, whether it's a calendar or a spreadsheet, a journal, pictures, wall art. Let's see what we have here. School items, which is a huge thing. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but these designs here that you see for shirts, a lot of people have what's called a Cricut machine. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly, but it's the type of machine where you can cut out and print different either pictures or logos, writing, something that's been downloaded from or has been acquired from a digital file. It's printed up and people will iron it on, or there's an adhesive that they can use that they can put it on a mug, a shirt, a canvas bag, something of that sort. So some of those people that make these items don't have the creative touch or even the want to sit down and make these items or come up with these slogans and logos. So they will come to Etsy to download these types of things. So what you need to do is you need to use some type of a design software. I personally like to use Canva, and Canva offers a free program. You can download Canva for free, and there are some of the basic, you can create a lot of basic designs on Canva. However, If you wanted to kick it up a notch and have access to a lot more features, then you would need to go to Canva Pro. I personally use Canva Pro. For me, I think it's worth it. There is a monthly fee. I pay $14.99 a month. So if you go online, there is a free trial where you get the Pro, I want to say for about 30 days. If you decide not to stay with it, then you get to use the basic Canva for free. If you do decide to go with it, then at that point you will be charged. I think there's a per month charge, and then you also have the option of purchasing the year at a discounted rate. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like that was the original invite when I signed up for the trial at first. Anyway, let's get started. This is what I did. Then if you are interested in any of the other avenues, you are free to go in there and explore these on your own. So I started off with what's called wall art. I went to Etsy here and I wanted to get an idea of what was selling. I wanted to see what was out there, what types of things are popular. So I just typed in wall art. Okay. You come to wall art, and then when you're here, you're going to see there are a lot of digital downloads. Actually, I'm going to type in digital downloads so I can narrow this down to what I'm actually looking for. Okay, these are all digital downloads. And as you can see, this ranges from actual art. So if you're an artist and you want to copy these prints, you create a digital file of your print. You can sell it online. This one here is a few daily affirmations. So this mixed a picture with some text, and they created a cute little piece of wall art there. You have the giraffe and safari nursery prints. These are great for a nursery. Here's some home art, some abstract art. You have quotes, and this is pretty much what I went with, because how easy is it to take a quote or a saying and to type it up in a pretty font and create a file. Now, it can take you less than a minute to create that. If you know of a good quote and you find a pretty font for it, you print it up or you create this file and you can post it online. Now, it's $3.83 as of right now because this item is for sale. And you think, big deal, $3.83. Is that worth my time? Well, let's see. This person has sold 3,250 of these items. So if you take that $3.83 and you multiply it by 3,250, I'm thinking it's probably worth your minute to 5 minutes that it takes to actually create this digital download. But, that's my opinion. Everybody has their own. What you do is you create these files, you upload them to Etsy. There is a charge for Etsy to upload these or to have your listings. The listing fee for Etsy is 20 cents per item that you list. It's also 20 cents if you auto renew or auto repost your items. So in this case, if we're selling digital items, we would want to have an auto renewal, because if somebody purchases that item, it's not as if you only have one digital file. You're uploading that digital file to Etsy. So you would prefer to have multiple sales coming from that one digital file, so your income can grow. You don't need to create anything else. That one file is still out there. So if you come to the Etsy fee page, you'll see they have their listing fees, the transaction fees, and the payment processing fees. So the listing fee, like I said, 20 cents per item. Your transaction fee. Your transaction fee is 6.5% of the total order amount in your design listing currency. So it's 6.5% depending on which country you live in. That's going to differ, and depending on how much you're charging for the item. Now that also includes shipping, but hey, lucky for you, you have a digital download. There is no shipping, which is awesome. That's one less thing that you have to pay for, and one less thing that you have to do. So 6.5% would be charged to that. And then in addition to that, they have the payment fee. Now the payment processing fee is going to differ depending on which country you're in. So this is the fee that they charge for charging the credit card or the PayPal account or whatever is used from the customer, whatever account the customer uses. So again, Etsy will take care of all of that for you. You don't have to worry about exchanging any of the money with the customer. You would receive the money from Etsy. Now Etsy fees, like I said, depending on the country that you're in, You can find that listed here in the Etsy help section. I'm in the United States, and so for the United States, the transaction fee, or actually the payment fee, is 3% plus 25 cents in US dollars. So what does that equate to? Well, an item that I sold, the one item that I sold, because like I said, I didn't have the account up there for too long, was a piece of wall art. It was a quote. It was a quote from Aristotle. And what I did was I came onto Canva, I found a pretty background, I wrote the quote, and I credited Aristotle at the bottom. And I used a very pretty font, and I created multiple file sizes and multiple files, whether it was a PNG or an SVG. That's something that you want to make sure that you research, because depending on how the customer is going to use that file, you're going to want to make sure that you have the right program for them to use. Whatever the program they're using, they need that file type to be specific. So I put all of the above kind of in there. Like I said, the PNG, the GIF, the SVG file. I make sure that my item, my digital download that I list, has all of those main file types. This way the customer can just pick and choose whichever one they want. So for my item, I listed it at $5.75. So my item sold for $5.75, and I want to come in here to my statement. All right, so I sold this on June 30th of 2022. The item sold, the customer paid $6.90 in total. The reason is it was my $5.75 plus their $1.15 for fee and tax. So this, as you can see here, it says VAT paid by buyer, remitted to tax authorities. And that's because wherever the customer purchased it from, they're going to be paying the tax. They paid the $1.15 on it. In addition to that, I was charged 37 cents for the transaction fee. That was the 6.5% that they list. And then I was charged 46 cents, which is my 3% of the total order plus 25 cents. That's for my United States processing fee. So when all was said and done, my digital file, I received $4.92 for. Again, you're thinking big deal. It's a whopping $5, not even, right? But it took me all of, 5 minutes to create this order. The quote that I used is a common quote from Aristotle. It's an inspirational quote. I just found, like I said, the pretty free background on Canva. You come in here and you can, I can create a design. I'll just show you real quick how fast this is. And I'm going to put it in a poster size. I'm going to choose a large size, so this way if my customer decides to make a large print, they will have the ability to do so. The pixels will be enough. So I'm in Canva. Here's a blank page. I'm going to add a pretty background. Okay, it's trying to get me to buy some stuff there. All right, let's do pretty background. Okay, let's choose this marble because this is pretty. Then I'm going to add some text. And I'm going to use a fancy text. Let's see which one I want to use. Let's use this one. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this in detail. I'll do this in another video if you'd like. There is a lot that Canva has to offer, and that would be multiple videos. But I just want to give you an idea of how fast this is. So let's say one of my favorite quotes. Blessed is he who can laugh at himself, for he shall never cease to be amused. Okay? That's obviously way too big, so we're going to lessen the font. And in all honesty, I'm not sure I like this font. I don't know if I would use this for a wall art, but just to give you an idea. And I'm going to stretch it out so it covers more of the canvas. All right, and then I'm just going to move it to the center of the page. Okay, from here, I could drop down and say, I think I want to use something fancier. So, look at that. That's a beautiful canvas, a beautiful font. Okay, I like it there. I like that size. Center it, perfect. And then if I knew whoever it was that said that quote, I would post it underneath. So this is a perfect example of what I sold. Okay, it was that simple. I found a nice quote I enjoyed, a motivational quote, chose a pretty background. I click on share. This downloads it to my computer. And like I said, I can do another video on this if it's requested. But I listed this. What did that take me? A minute, 2 minutes to get this done? If I post this, it's going to take me another maybe 5 minutes to post this on Etsy. So less than 10 minutes worth of work. If I get $5 per digital download and I sell thousands of these, it is so worth it. So now wall art is just one of the very small avenues that you can take with Etsy. Like I said, the digital downloads that they have are just amazing. So this is wall art that I put in. I want to show you some of the other things. I am an assistant teacher at our local elementary school, and it did not hit me until after I was probably halfway through my wall art designs that it occurred to me, we go on Teachers Pay Teachers all the time to download digital products for school, whether it's worksheets or flashcards or just fun activities for the kids. And I thought we could probably do this here on Etsy. So watch, digital download. I'm going to put in, let's try multiplication. Now let's see what I come up with. Okay, a multiplication chart in rainbow colors. That's so cute. That would be awesome in a classroom, especially a math room. Another multiplication chart. We have digital math worksheets, okay? A printable flower, that's going to be multiplication. 7 times 2 is 14. That's cute. Any of these little tricks, ideas, 0 to 12 flashcards. Okay, now let's get an idea how many of these are selling. Now I only see 3. So 103 of these sold for $2.07. So whoever posted these times table cards, has made well over $200 for that. All right, this one has sold 100 of these. Now it's on sale for $1.83 right now, but even if they did sell it for $1.83, that's $183 they have for 10 printable practice worksheets here. The multiplication table sold 22 times. Look at this one. 688 times, okay? It's on sale right now for $279, originally $466. If they sold it at the sale price for that amount, that's over $1,200 for this one times table sheet. Anybody can do this on Canva or Procreate, or I know there's a multitude of digital software out there or design software out there that you can use. So all in all, this side hustle, does it get a thumbs up from me? Absolutely. This gets multiple thumbs ups for me. If you are comfortable using the design software and you can just come up with some ideas, try to make them as original as possible, because as you can see, there's a very large competition out there. You want to be able to stand out from the crowd. But definitely, multiple thumbs up for me. You can do invitations, digital download. Let's see. Wedding invitations, wedding announcements, birthday invitations. Look at this. An Encanto birthday, although that makes me a little nervous because I feel like that would be a copyright infringement, and that is something you definitely do not want to do, because not only would your store be shut down, but you can be sued for that. If Encanto or Disney came out and said they found your product out here, you could be sued. That's something I do not want any hand on or any hand in. But look at this, beautiful, right? 3,024 of these. All it is a very pretty picture in the background. They used a pretty background, they put a beautiful font on there, and they sent that file out with the option to edit. So whoever Emma's parents are, they downloaded this invitation, they put in Emma and her information for her party, and 3,000 of these sold at almost $5. That is $1,500. That's a lot. This is actually, no, my math is off. That's $15,000 on that sale. $15,000. That took me a long time to come up with that. Math in my head is tough when you're recording. Okay, so as you can see, a successful side hustle. If you hit the right item, you hit the right product, come up with the right idea. So Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you guys like this video. Again, Etsy is probably something that I myself am going to continue to look into once I'm done with the whole side hustle investigation. One of my top side hustles for sure, because like I said, you have the very large audience to get to, the ease. They do charge fees, but hey, they're doing a lot of the work. They're advertising for me. They're holding my product for me. They're processing my payments for me. They even wrap up a nice little digital 1099 at the end of the year for me. So I don't have to go through all these. I don't have to keep books. I don't have to keep all kinds of records on my own and do the math. All I have to do is click on finances and click my 1099. Look, TurboTax for Etsy. I mean, they'll even help walk you through your taxes here. Here's my legal and tax information. I can come in here and it has all my information and my 1099 and everything that I need with it. So awesome stuff. All right. If you guys like my video, you like my content, please go ahead, like, subscribe, leave comments. I appreciate it all. It helps me, keeps my video fresh and in the eyes of others. So again, any comments, feedback, subscribe, like, I appreciate it. Have a great day, and hope you guys check back soon.